And coming to you live from the Stootsman Sports Complex, right next to the Kenny Weiss Band Camp for brass instruments only, where we need to talk to our cleaning service. It's getting quite dangerous getting over into the studio here. They seem to just be stacking stuff around us and packing it over our heads, and you got to give the lighting guy to fix the lights in here. I don't know what's going on.
Are we not
with
bright
this.
enough?
Yeah, the shine from your whiteness is brilliant. It's Sports Allegedly.
Welcome. Thank you all for joining us for this Wednesday episode. It took me a minute of Sports Allegedly.
The 13th.
The 13th of May, episode 9 million.
And
And now we're in the waning, the doldrums.
I'm surprised
summer.
I didn't get any bullshit for the. Well, that was like the longest intro ever.
No, you've had much longer and much lamer. So I had to give you credit.
As the 2020 undisputed Kumite champion.
Whatever that is. Anyway.
Blood sport, baby.
So
didn't Donald Gibb die?
We're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk softball. We're going to talk a little football, NFL. Had another schedule break. Obviously, a big break. All the schedule comes out tomorrow.
R.I.P. Donald Gibb.
Remind me who that
Nerds.
is. Oh, yes.
He's in Nerds. He was blood sport. He was also in. He did one of
the Hancock movie.
Well, no, the one of the first scripted series that HBO showed, which was First and 10.
Oh, really?
Remember, he was the lineman, defensive lineman, linebacker, something like that.
He was a football player.
Yeah.
That's right. Rest in peace. We usually save those for the end, but Sean was...
No, we do them at the beginning.
Was giddy about that one.
I'm not giddy about it.
Well, giddy in a respectful way.
I love Donald Gibb.
So anyway, we'll talk hockey. We're getting... I was going to say, that's you bouncing over there. Obviously, let's start with the NBA. A lot of news, especially locally. Thunder win the series 131-122 sweep of the Lakers.
LA Lakers.
Obviously, we kind of thought, and real quick update right now, 6 minutes left in the fourth. Looks like 92-89 Pistons, Cavaliers. We kind of had got off that game because we were watching hockey before we hopped on the pod, which that was 3-1 and a snoozer.
Yeah, man.
We'll give it
it's definitely not a snoozer.
Yeah, still 3-1.
3-1, 10 minutes left in the third for that game. No other games tonight.
Wild still lead, obviously, 3-1.
Hurricanes, the only team that have made it. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But anyway, let's get back to basketball. Thunder complete the sweep. Obviously, Luka out. Kind of figured that was going to be the case.
Complete the sweep.
I thought the Lakers played the best in Game 4. That was the most entertaining game, I thought, of the whole series. Game 1 was close for a little bit, but Game 4 was really exciting. You talk about A.J. Mitchell. I mean, my word, that kid has come to play for this series. You really think about the Thunder and you watching that team. Shea did not have the greatest. I'm going
to tell you right now, if the Lakers could have had one more game, they were inching closer there. And you know what? That last game, Game 4, was 5 points. That was the least that they lost by.
And it was the best, and they did play their best. But when it came down to it,
look, anytime you get to see LeBron lose, it's always the best.
Well, LeBron, I thought, had a wonderful series. 24 points. He was 8 of 18, but he did have 12 rebounds, 3 assists. His plus or minus, he was minus 17.
Oh, LeBron.
And then
let me kiss you.
Hachimura had a good game that game, but just inconsistent. DeAndre Ayton has been pretty disappointing. Marcus Smart did not have that offensive magic he'd had in the series before because Austin Reeves had come back.
Isn't Marcus Smart like 80?
He's pretty old. He's up there. Old for basketball age. He's still younger than us, but
You. You're old as shit.
He was born in what? He's only 32. Is that right?
Really?
No way.
Oh, well, I guess we were watching him at Oklahoma State.
94, 2004, 2014, 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Remember, we were watching him at Oklahoma State.
We did. He just seems like he's been in the... Of course, the Celtics. And boy, did they miss him. Let me tell you. I know they did win a championship without him, but still, he would have been an integral piece for them this year, obviously losing their last series. But anyway, back to basketball. Thunder complete the sweep. Now they wait on Spurs and Timberwolves. Obviously, remember Timberwolves won Game 1. Oh, my. Everyone went, uh-oh. Timberwolves are going to win this one. Change your mind. We were going to go, Wemby and Spurs to win 4-2, best of 6 rather than 7. They win the first game. And yes, the Wolves caught that last game before last night because Wemby, if you remember, got
Wemby needs to
kicked
get
out.
thrown out. He should have had a 2-game suspension for that elbow.
I told you my opinion. It's the
NBA. Hey, we're not going to hurt our stars.
He doesn't have a history, and that helped him.
It doesn't matter.
Well, sure it does.
He looked right at the guy and elbowed him in the face.
You think?
I'm sorry, but if you want to play in the league, and yes, everybody's going to be defensive with you, heavily defensive with you because you are the star.
Sure.
You're the man. Guess what? You're going to have to learn to take it. You're going to have to learn to play your way out of it.
I think, though, that
throwing a jackass elbow like that.
Totally agree, and he deserved to get suspended that game. I just didn't
He
think there was
deserved
any
to get
more.
suspended for 2 games.
No, I think there's just a history. That was my opinion.
I don't give a fuck if it's a history or not.
I think if he had a pattern of this, I think that suspension
flagrantly elbowed Reed right in the face. He was just walking up. He turned and looked Reed in the eye and just swung an elbow at him.
No, I get it.
The guy on the other side who was I could have understood the elbow there, but he didn't. He went after Reed, which is stupid.
Sure, but
and he deserves to be suspended.
NBA rules say, by rule, flagrant foul results in automatic ejection and a minimum fine, but it does not.
But they don't want the superstar.
But it's not an automatic suspension. Suspension. Not an essay.
Could you imagine if Wemby and all these guys tried to play SGA, all that tried to play in the 90s and the 80s?
Oh, no. They're too soft.
Oh, I know. Well, they have load limits now.
Correct.
I mean, porn stars have load limits, too. I'm never going to not make that joke.
I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Never going to not make that joke.
Where's the drum kick? But
anyway.
No, so Timberwolves won that game. Turn around, you look at last night's score. I mean, Thunder dominated. They won by 29 points.
Thunder.
I'm sorry, the Spurs.
I'm going to need you to come back.
No, we moved on. We moved on to that.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what we were talking about Timberwolves Spurs, and you said Thunder dominated.
But the Spurs dominated, and I think now they're up 3-2. I think they go back to Minnesota. I think Minnesota plays them tough. I mean, Ant's still hurt, but I think Spurs come out late. They'll probably finish them off late, and then the season series between the Thunder.
Yeah, they're not giving Minnesota the 36% chance to win.
Do what now?
And they're giving 36% chance to win.
Oh, gotcha.
I saw where Gaines was up for trade too.
Who?
Gaines, Akadetopo.
Giannis.
Yeah, Gaines.
Giannis.
Yeah, Gaines.
Well, so it looks to me like it's going to be a Spurs-Thunder West finals matchup. Obviously, Thunder are the 1 seed. They'll have the home court advantage. But Spurs, I think, was 4-1, I think, this year between as far as common games. We're playing each other. So it's not going to be easy. I think it's a bad matchup. I think the guards for the Spurs are really good. Like I talked about, they're young.
Wait a minute. The Spurs have been the team that consistently beat the Thunder. Oh, it's a bad matchup.
It's a bad matchup for the Thunder.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they've beaten them. I mean, it is a bad matchup for the Thunder.
Well, you got to get right. You got to figure it out.
Well, when you're saying, I don't know if Jalen Williams is going to come back, second best player on your team from last year's NBA championship.
National.
Same difference. He's still not playing. So, A.J. Mitchell has obviously stepped up.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he's still hurt. He's got a hamstring issue. So, I don't know if he's going to come back.
Well, that's where the load limit comes in.
And obviously, we talked about Lakers. That series obviously would have been a lot different.
I told you that the Thunder were going to sweep the Lakers.
I thought the Lakers would get one.
I think if it had been Thunder Rockets, it would have been a better series. It probably would end up at 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point there.
But
the Lakers don't play a lot of defense.
Do they play any defense?
Yeah, I mean, LeBron attempts. I mean, he still can. Yeah, he still can play defense. Yes.
Does he attempt?
He does.
It looks like he just goes for a shot, then lumbers off, lost like an elderly gentleman.
Moving over to the East, Knicks finish off the 76ers in a sweep, which did not see that coming. I thought when the 76ers beat the Celtics,
You thought the Sixers had some gas in them?
I thought they did, and they just looked flat, and they just got worse. I mean, game one, I got game one, okay? I got game one because they had a turnaround pretty quick. I think they got 1 day off after playing Celtics in game 7. So that first game, they were going to not look the best.
See that guy right there?
When it comes to
See
that.
that gentleman?
So, yeah.
He got pissed off.
No, you're right. I mean, and it was a ultimate just butt kicking when it comes down to it. But you look at Paul George, 7 points, Kelly Oubre, 10 points, Tyrese Maxey did not play good, 17 points.
We're looking at the closest game was game 2, and that was 108-102.
Yeah, that was game 2. Mm-hmm.
But that was the closest that they got.
Yeah, because the first one I knew was going to be an ass kick, and then they got another day rest.
Right.
They did play better, they went
the Knicks
home.
The Knicks came out swinging.
Well, and I think going down 3-0, you don't get the effort. There you go. I mean,
right, but I mean, you can go down 3-0, but then you can ultimately come back to make it 3-3. But typically, you don't get that fourth win.
Sure. Miles McBride, though, that last game was 7-9 for 3-point shooting, 4-4 free throws, 7-10 field goal shooting. He was a plus 33.
I'm trying to remember who I picked
on there. So it was quite impressive.
Did I pick the Knicks to beat the Celtics in this series?
I think you did. I know you got the Pistons in the East.
Right, I did have the Pistons in the East, but I was trying to remember if I had it Pistons Knicks.
Who did I have? I had Nuggets and who?
You had Nugs and Thunder.
No, they're both on the West.
Oh, you were talking. Oh, you had Celtics.
Wasn't Pistons? Was it Celtics?
You had Celtics.
That's a shame. Yeah, I probably did.
You had picked the Celtics, and I looked at you, and you were like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And I'm like, "Dude,
I can't even remember."
Most of their team is not there anymore.
Well, no, but I mean, you got. You
still got Tatum, and you still got.
They did, and Tatum come back, so I thought that was a huge pickup coming back from that.
But it's just it's crazy to look at the Celtics who should have won one. Did they win one with those guys?
Yeah, just a few years ago.
They should have won 2 more. Should have won more than one. Jesus, I'm just watching you go through your notes. But the Celtics that should have won it. After watching the NBA run for the cup or whatever the hell they call their finals, you could tell that the Celtics were tired, and they needed to get some youth in there. They needed They needed a couple, new guards to come in and fix the holes that they had, and they didn't. They weren't able to do it. Yes, they came in at number 2, but 76ers were on a tear. They were tired of being pushed around.
Embiid just is an interesting player.
Embiid needs to be on a better team.
But shouldn't he be making that team the best every night he plays? I mean, he's supposed to be an all-star.
He really should.
It just he just has them off games, and I don't think that going back to that game. I mean, he did have 24 points. He was 8 of 8 field goals, 6 of 7 free throws. It wasn't. You're looking at he's a negative 24.
Hey,
but he's lower than them other starters.
Right, but the problem is that you've got to be a Michael Jordan where you make everybody else better.
Well, no, I just think they're
you're good. You're the greatest, and you've got to make everybody else around you better.
I just think they're built horribly. Maxey's good and Embiid's good. That's it. Paul George has been the biggest bust since he left Oklahoma City. And
Paul George has been the biggest bust everywhere he's went.
No, he was good at the Pacers. I don't care.
Was he?
But yes, I definitely think he was.
Was he?
But I think didn't Robert Horry get fired? Not Horry, Daryl Morey. Sorry, Daryl. I'm thinking of Robert Horry, former Knicks in Houston.
You've done that twice.
Yes, Daryl Morey got fired. Their GM, who I have always thought sucked since he was at Houston, and then he sucked at Philly. Now they're keeping Nick Nurse, which is great. I think.
Yeah,
Nick
I saw
Nurse,
that they were keeping Nurse.
I think he's a hell of a coach. I really do. He'd have a job in a heartbeat. Ask the Nuggets if they wouldn't love to have Nick Nurse.
Shit, as a Bulls fan, I'd love to have Nurse.
Have you hired a coach yet?
Nope. As far as I know, the Bulls still do not have a coach in place, and the draft is coming up. So that means that
they don't need a coach for draft.
I would love to have a coach for a draft so they can say, okay, I want this guy for my team.
I mean, yeah,
I like coaches' input.
I guess a system.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's going to work. But as far as I know, Bulls still not.
All right, Pistons, Cavaliers, 2-2 right now, 103-98. There's a minute 33 left, so if you're in front of a TV, flip it over to that. You can continue to listen to us. We'll give you the game by game. We won't. But anyway, that's what's going to happen is the Pistons, who've outscored the Cavaliers by 9 in the fourth alone, continue to hold on to a 5-point lead with a minute 33 left. We'll keep you all posted as that game rolls on. As far as the
rolls on.
So Knicks are rested and waiting. Thunder.
Knicks are going to be rested. Thunder are going to be rested. It is. It looks like the Spurs may have the easier between the Pistons and the Pistons, Cavs, Spurs, Timberwolves. It looks like Spurs are going to have the easier win out of that.
Well, the Pistons are at home tonight, so that helps.
Are they? No,
yeah.
Cavs are at home.
No, it's backwards. I don't know why they've done it that way.
Is it?
Yes, for sure. They're putting the seeding up, number one. I thought the same thing, too. Game 5 will be Detroit. So, you can see, look here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, 103-101, 58 seconds.
50.
Cleveland's trying. You know what? It's
50,
funny.
55.2 or
45 now.
2.
I think that I think Cleveland is a better built team than Detroit. I don't know why, but Detroit's had such a good season. I get it. Detroit but Cleveland, I really thought would win this series,
you know what it is?
or could have won this series.
You know what it is?
What's that?
Hardy.
What do you mean?
Harden.
Oh, Harden.
It's James Harden. I love the guy to death.
No, but
I've enjoyed watching him play basketball.
102, 103 now, but you know.
But the poor guy is that Patrick Ewing.
But hold on, 8 of 19. It is not the greatest shooting night, but he's got 27 points right now.
But name a team that
Donovan's only got 14.
Name a team that he's taken.
Donovan's had a horrible game.
Name a team that he's gone to a title with.
He hasn't. Currently, we're tied.
Exactly.
Currently, we're tied now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, he hasn't. I get that.
Harden's one of those great
he's
basketball
a better number
players
2.
That's not going to.
He's a better number 2 because I don't think he plays really good defense either. He's very good offensively. He just doesn't play good defense. But 27 points tonight. But you look at Donovan Mitchell, he's shooting 4 of 14. He's the star of that team.
I know.
Or should be the star of that team. Max Struss, he's played 30 minutes, 6 of 8, and 6 of 8 of 3-point shooting. He's got 20 points, which he's had a heck of a game. But he's played a lot today. Evan Mobley, 17 points, 6 of 11. Dean Wade has been in there 23 minutes and has not taken a shot one, but has 6 rebounds. Obviously, defensive specialist. Jared Allen, 31 minutes, 14 points. So, look at the Pistons. Tobias Harris, 6 of 17. Cade Cunningham's got 37 points. He's taken 24 shots. He's 12 of 24, 6 of 10. So, Cade's having him a night because no one else is.
Yes, we're still a game and a half back.
So,
you got Jackass has got a game on us, or got a half game.
Yeah,
on
we
us.
won today again too.
Well, no, because you had a game.
Line drive center field, and that's a base hit. Aranda is on it.
That automatic
there we go. Did the Rays win? I don't know. As we're waiting on before we get into another deal, go ahead and give up some scores today from MLB. Red Sox.
Oh well, I got my top teams here. The Colorado Rockies, and you know why they're on the top.
No, I don't.
Because they were Tulsa's original,
or
Tulsa's.
Gotcha.
After the Rangers, they became Tulsa's affiliate.
Sure.
That's why Tulsa changed to purple.
Gotcha. That's right.
I don't think they are anymore. I think we're
They're
Dodgers now.
Dodgers.
I just never taken the Rockies off. But hey, good for the Rockies. Still winning. I expected them to just be horrible again.
Hey, Pirates still 23-20 after 43 games. That's pretty good.
Was Skeens in that game?
Skeens didn't pitch this one.
He was last game.
Yeah, he was the game before.
Phillies continue to just fall apart, especially against the lowly Red Sox. The manager
both of those managers are fired. And isn't Isn't our guy Don Mattingly, the manager of the Phillies now?
Dude, I don't know where Mattingly is anymore.
I think they fired their manager, and Mattingly is the interim. Oh, hell, look at there.
Look at that.
Okay, we'll be finishing up about 15 minutes to watch overtime. Let's go. We'll see if that goes. All right, and that was, hold on real quick. That was Avalanche tied up the Wild. And, okay, so it's on the board. So
it was on the board. Avalanche tied Wild, but how many seconds was left? 47 seconds in the third, so we're going to
we'll wait and we'll finish that game off for you guys. 103-103, still 21 seconds left with the
White Sox,
Pistons and Cavaliers. Go ahead, John.
White Sox beat the Royals 6-5. We're playing 500 ball. We just got to get over the hump now. We are a game and a half behind the Tribe, who are playing just above 500 ball. Rangers.
There's a lot of 500 baseball teams, if you haven't noticed.
The very every article I see, the very horrible Rangers be 3-2 over the Diamondbacks.
Top of the ninth currently.
Yeah, top of the ninth. 2-on. Who's is it?
Yes.
Oh, Diamondbacks got 2-on.
On 2-on. No outs.
No outs.
Keep track of that for you all.
Mariners Astros 2-2. 2-on. No outs in the bottom of the eighth. Cardinals A's top of the fifth. Now
Cardinals having a really good season.
I had trouble with this the other day.
Real quick, Sean.
Pause.
Just wanted to tell you, Pistons Cavaliers heading to overtime. 103-103. That game is moving into overtime. Go ahead.
So I was reading. You were. Don't do that.
I just hit one button.
There you go.
Okay.
So, you were talking about left on base and the Tribe.
Uh-huh.
Well, I forgot that Oakland is no longer in Oakland. They're in Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
And it confused the shit out of me when I was reading the stats.
And they're going to Vegas, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But when I was reading the stats, I got confused about the A's. So the Cardinals are up 1-0 in the top of the fifth. 1 out. Giants, the horrible Giants, playing the Dodgers 0-0 ball, top of the third. 1 out.
Tony Petito.
Onto high pitching. Orioles beat the very lowly Orioles beat the Yankees 7-0.
One hitter too. Congratulations.
Is that Bradish?
Uh-huh.
They got Guardians. Guardians beat the Angels 4-2.
We have 3 more wins than you, by the way.
Yeah, but we're a game and a half back. You can have 3 more wins, but we're game.
Lucky we swept the Angels. Unless we play tomorrow, which I doubt it. I haven't looked that far ahead.
No, you guys started the series before us.
Okay.
Nationals Reds. That's where you got a half game. Nationals Reds. 8-7 Nationals in 10 innings. It looks like Verlin got the win.
God, what is the Blue Jays doing? Jeez.
Toronto 5-3 over the Rays. The Rays did not get it. They got it. Looks like Blue Jays got it in 10.
Hey, go Mets! Beat those Tigers.
And the terrible Mets, the highest
payroll
in baseball to suck. They beat the Tigers 3-2.
Battle of playoff teams for sure, right there. Braves and Cubs today.
Right. So the Braves, who are kicking tail, and the Cubs, who have had 2 10-game win streaks, who are now on a 4-game losing streak.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that for them.
Braves 4-1. Marlins 9-5 over the Twins. Pods do it against the Brewers 3-1 in Milwaukee.
And Brewers are having a good season themselves for a small market team.
They have. They've had the last few years.
So good for the small market teams that are continuing to be in baseball. For anybody that picks, I mean, it's pretty hard to watch every preseason baseball show with these experts because every first place team is the highest payroll. And every professional that does this shit.
And never play fantasy baseball. If you want to not do anything, like fantasy hockey, I tried it one time. If you want to do nothing but have to watch who's starting, who's playing, pull them in and out of your lineup, you know how bad football is?
I couldn't do it.
Imagine doing that almost every day.
Night. Yeah.
Every day.
I mean, if I had time, that'd be fun, but it's just...
Yeah, but we're not white-collar workers that's sitting in office diddling ourselves. Our friends. See, I told you right there, a game and a half back.
All right, Sean, pull up the hockey game.
Hockey is going on right now, still into the third. They've got to do another 15-minute intermission, 20-minute intermission.
Good deal. So that ended.
So going in that, the Hurricane become the only team in the modern setup to win the first two series undefeated.
That's what you told me. That's impressive. And they've been impressive in the playoffs. Obviously, the 1 seed in the East. I mean, we all knew that they were good. But to take out the Senators and then the Flyers, they even made it look easier.
Well, and then that Flyers, actually a few of these games I've watched. The Flyers, Hurricane Flyers, Sabres,
Game
Canadiens.
3 and Game 4, Flyers had potential.
They did, and the Avalanche Wild. I've seen the team get under the number 1 seed get under the other seed's skin. And start making them mess up. Start making them
good win, or no, it's not a win. Avalanche get it to overtime, but Wild were up 3-0 at one point. Switch goalies after the first, sorry, and switched. So it was. It's been quite the turnaround in that game for the Avalanche. So that game will be on shortly. 18 minutes probably from now. It's probably already ticking. Intermission's 20, so it'll be. About 18 minutes to go for the start of that. And that game's on TNT currently. If you haven't been watching that, you can flip over. But obviously, you're going to have another overtime game here with basketball soon.
Do you think we'll see more of the Wild with Hughes and Johansson?
Oh, yes.
Coming out. Do you think that team's better built now? Because I know that Hughes trade was huge.
He's a really good player.
Now I'm wondering about how the age and all that is going to affect the Avs, because you guys got some dudes getting long in the tooth there.
I'll have to look at the average NHL hockey age. Okay,
McKinnon and Landeskog.
We are in a. We're in a little bit. We're in a little bit of a overtime timeout. So if you want to go, let's move on to softball, and we'll keep everyone up on the scores once they start up. If we're still going to be,
we still got more here.
For what? Hockey?
For what? I'm sorry, but you talked for 18 minutes about that boring ass basketball, guys. I didn't even know who the hell they are. You're like, well, Max Heady's playing really good ball, and I know it was. Have you watched any of the Sabres Canadiens? You watched any of that series?
Yeah, both teams are very young and very fun to watch. I really like the Canadiens goalie. He did not have a good game. Was it yesterday?
I believe so.
Yeah. And it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't great. As far as average age of the teams, Colorado Avalanche is the 5th oldest team coming into this season, 25-26 year.
I think the Hurricanes are right behind them.
And the of 29.4. But the average age, I mean, the 29.4 is 5th. Winnipeg's the oldest. That's 30.7. So you look down at the bottom.
Carolina's right behind them.
You get the Montreal is one of the younger teams. Montreal and Buffalo are the two youngest teams.
Yeah. And that's why I said the Sabres were going to have trouble coming up.
I didn't look at that stat. I didn't look at that stat. I could just watch them teams and know you can see a lot of youth on this.
Well, I had expected a Sabres Lightning matchup, but the Canadiens
I did as well.
Pulled out.
Well, I had the Lightning in the East, upsetting the Hurricanes.
Now, and like I said, I was looking over, and the Ducks in Vegas are 3-2.
Anaheim is another young team.
Right.
And very fast.
Very fast.
That game has
good puck handling.
That game has been the best series to watch. I mean, I know Avalanche and Wild have been close. This game is exciting, but I'm talking from start to finish.
Well, and I know
those guys are moving everywhere. And shots on goal was over 60, I think, the last game. Watched that last night in overtime. And see what the shots on goal. I swear they were almost 30 apiece. When we watched the one game, what was the one game we watched last week that the winner of the game had 9 shots on goal? Who was that?
Was that Sabres?
When we hit the pot
Son of a stop!
I was worried we'd be stranded for hours.
It was crazy to watch the shots on goal for that game as they, because it was
shots on goal 36-32.
Yeah. So I said over 60. Yeah.
Look at the penalty
68.
minutes. Look at the penalty minutes. Even though Vegas won, the Ducks were in the penalty for just 2 minutes.
No, it was just a really good game.
So that means that both teams are playing solid. Dorfiev, I forgot how you say it.
Didn't he come up on the text chain last night from Jeff for a resident? Was it you?
Maybe.
Okay.
I forgot what he had done. God, I forgot what he did, but yeah.
But you look at both goalies.
He's an annoying right winger.
You look at both goalies, 70. Like you said, over 30 shots apiece on the goal. The going into overtime, it was 2-2. So impressive play by the goalies, and some of those goals. You look at it. It's sometimes it's luck. But I really like the way Anaheim plays as far as speed. Makes me wonder, did they start off slow? Because their record wasn't the greatest, going in. Their seed was lower. I know they were a 3 seed, but how they seed that doesn't mean that they had a better record than the.
They finished. They finished number 3 in the Pacific. The 2 divisions, you've got the Pacific, and then you've got the 2 divisions.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But I don't think they were the worst record.
No. They were number 3. They were behind the Knights and the Oilers. The Mammoth are a wild card.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Kings are a wild card.
But it wasn't the best record. You see as far as the points wise.
No. They were just number 3 in that, and how that finished.
Just curious if they started off a little bit slower in the beginning of the year and got stronger because they look like a really good team.
Have to go back and look at all that.
Defending champion is Florida, and they didn't make it.
They did not
obviously.
make it.
But who was in the West last year? Was that
the
Edmonton?
Oilers.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Oilers got beat by the Panthers 2 years in a row.
Gotcha. And I had the Oilers.
And the fact that the Hurricanes are doing so well is the Hurricanes do not have to go up against the Florida Panthers, because the Florida Panthers have been taking the Hurricane out of the series.
All right. Overtime started for NBA 112-109. Cavaliers have taken a little bit of advantage, outscored Pistons 9-3 so far in overtime. There's 1:48 left, so they've already played over half of the overtime. Forget there's not a big break between basketball; they just go right in it. So we're still my
waiting.
fault for not checking that sooner. So we'll keep kind of an eye on that for you all, and let's move on to
softball. Ladies softball tournament has been announced.
Softball regionals have been announced. That is correct. Let's see. We can start.
Somehow Alabama was the highest seed, or was it UCLA?
I don't remember who the number 1 seed was.
Well, it was Alabama, Texas, OU. I know OU was the number 3 and number 1.
That's correct.
But it might have been UCLA. I know people were bitching about the fact that Alabama and Texas had made it, and OU won the regular season. They were finished number 1 in regular season, and they won the SEC. They had apparently didn't go against Alabama this year. And they did beat Texas, but the fact that they didn't make it through the tournament, that people kind of was like, oh, well, they're weak. No, UCLA comes in at a number 2. Who's that other number 1? Sorry, everybody, I forgot who the other number 1 was. I know that Oklahoma State, they lost Big 12 to Arizona State.
Yeah, I felt bad I didn't watch them either.
So, yeah, there's Texas. No, Nebraska got the other number 1.
Is that who did?
Yeah,
okay.
They got the Lincoln Regional and the Austin Regional. But Oklahoma State does get their own regional. At number 4, Texas A&M gets theirs at number 4. Georgia is the number 3. They got their region. Duke got the number 3 for the Durham. Arkansas got number 2. I believe the SEC had 8. 8 of the
And going back to we'll start with Oklahoma State. They're hosting their own regional this year. They didn't have to go to. They went to Fayetteville last year, obviously, and lost. But it's Princeton, Stanford. They'll start off Friday at 1, and then Eastern Illinois versus Oklahoma State. So that's the regionals. Then we'll finish that Sunday.
Who is at Stanford now?
I don't know.
Because remember, Kennedy left.
Oh, yeah.
She left and went to Texas.
Which, they were a good program anyway, to be honest.
Then we have Texas A&M has their, Georgia, of course, Duke, Arkansas, Tennessee has their own regional, UCLA in Los Angeles, and Gainesville. So, Texas Tech, Florida State.
I did not like Texas Tech's.
Oregon.
I didn't like Texas
Tech.
Tech.
LSU pull up.
That was a tough one, I thought, because Ole Miss has been playing some pretty good softball.
Ole Miss didn't come on until late.
Yeah,
that was
that's
problem.
why I said recently. You look at Oklahoma. Obviously, they get Kansas, Michigan, and Binghamton.
Do you even know where Binghamton is?
I do not. Is it in?
New
hold
York.
on. Okay, I was gonna say Pennsylvania, so I was getting up there.
I know some people from Binghamton.
So Michigan, Binghamton, OU, and Kansas. I think that's a pretty easy regional. Now you're gonna play Oregon, former assistant or player from OU is now the head coach at Oregon, and they'll have to face up against Mississippi State. Looks to be the best team. Who's the other ones in that Eugene region? Is it Mississippi State? Is that the only other ones that look?
Mississippi State, St. Mary's, and Idaho State.
Yeah.
He's going to Sutures.
So if the shout out to Sutures.
We're wondering if Sutures could be a partner to,
or at least sponsor our Dallas Stars bystanders. He makes his way over.
Yeah, he would eat our sponsorship up. Yeah, Alabama over the Tuscaloosa Regional gets Southeast Louisiana, UC Upstate, and Belmont. Now, after that is where it's going to get hard for him because you end up with LSU and Virginia Tech.
Is that after the Oregon Regional?
Oregon?
No,
I was talking about for Tuscaloosa.
I
was going down that side.
I'm sorry.
South Alabama, Akron. I think LSU takes that Baton Rouge, and it's going to be an interesting matchup with LSU and Alabama.
And what we've talked about OU is the most disappointing thing about this team to me has been timely hitting. They've hit home runs. I get it. It's
I thought
great.
it was pitching.
But that's the most is pitching.
I think this is the first time I've heard timely hitting.
No, they haven't done that well. And when they've hit these home runs, there's been a lot of times just no one on base.
Timely.
Excuse me.
Speedy
Jeez.
delivery.
Speedy delivery. When's that OU game start, Sean? I was looking at it.
All the games start Friday. They might be on a Saturday.
We'll come over and we'll look.
Oh,
2:30.
no, they're Friday, 2:30.
2:30.
So I guess the entire first round is playing all on Friday.
Oh, after this weekend, the field gets real small, for sure.
Well, I know it gets small, but okay, looks like everybody plays Friday. Everybody works Monday.
Everybody works on Monday.
Except for me.
113-111, current update. Cavs still lead Pistons, 25 seconds, not minutes, 25 seconds left in overtime.
Wild Avalanche have just started overtime.
And we'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining us for this. No.
You stop talking about your boring ass basketball.
Whatever. It's more popular than hockey.
It's boring ass.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's get back to this. So we're gonna have to print this off and fill out our bracket to see what we got coming up.
I'll take all the top seeds.
Even
generally,
Texas Tech?
Generally, yeah.
You
I
won't
said it was
take
going to be
Ole
tougher.
Miss?
I said it was going to be tougher. Generally, that's how that goes in softball. Upsets are fun, but they're rare.
Oh, I know. This Cal State Fullerton might get a couple out
You're
of
thinking
it.
baseball. I don't know, really. I'm just kidding.
I get to Florida's gonna sweep the Gainesville.
Florida and Alabama's good. I mean, they just are.
Texas, Virginia.
Florida, Alabama, UCLA, Oklahoma.
That might be an issue. Arkansas should come out of the Fayetteville Regional
They should, yes.
unscathed. Duke might screw up here. Arizona.
Now, don't discount Duke. I think Duke
I'm not discounting Duke.
I'm going to say Duke wins that one pretty easy. Duke has played really good
But
softball.
Arizona has the
Not
history.
that I've kept up with a lot of softball teams, but Duke is one I've seen a lot of.
I'm just saying Arizona has the history.
Okay.
Arizona's one of the teams.
But they ain't got Miss Finch.
Stillwater, it could be Stanford. Oklahoma State is playing very well. I know that Arizona State.
One thing to say about Oklahoma State.
But Arizona State, Texas A&M.
That'll be a good series.
That'll be really good to watch.
We'll see how the old Big 12 teams, how good they are.
Right. Texas should have an easy Austin walk, and Nebraska should come out of the Lincoln
Correct.
just fine.
God, does that mean OSU's going to match up with Nebraska in the Super?
Yeah, they've got their Stillwater's going to end up having to go to Lincoln.
That'd be fun.
Just like College Station, also. I mean, this isn't going to be a big trip there for those guys.
All right, anything else on softball? 114-111. Cavaliers still hold the lead, 3-3. Back to the hockey game for the Avalanche. Scored 2 goals, 2 minutes. We just got that update from our hockey bystander who was watching.
He was on his way to Sutures.
He was watching the end of the game. Now he's on his way.
I'm just saying.
But
he was on his way.
All right, anything else on? We're done with Roger State softball, by the way. NCAA regional for them opens tomorrow, 2 o'clock at Pittsburgh State.
Cavs up by 4?
At Pittsburgh State. As a reminder, in the MIA tournament, Pittsburgh State was their first opponent. And they did beat them 5-0 in Emporia, Kansas. So we're going back. Pittsburgh, Kansas, hosting Roger State tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Keep you updated on how they do next week as well. All right, anything else?
How is it turned back on?
Let's see. 3-3, 17 minutes. Back to the Pistons, 115-111. Looks like the Cavs are going to pull this one off. 115-111. There's 3 seconds left. You know, outscoring, Cleveland in the Detroit by 12 after being outscored the first 2 quarters. So that's a good comeback for Cavaliers.
UFL standings, they got a little smaller for that. For the playoffs. So Birmingham beat Dallas and ended up 3-4. So now you have Birmingham, Louisville, and Dallas all tied at 3 and 4, fighting for, I believe, fighting for that 4th playoff spot. Columbus Aviators and Houston Gamblers should be out. And that is the UFL excitement. Battlehawks defenders tied for the top at 5-2 with the Orlando Storm. And Kenny, anything?
No.
Oh, EFL news, the European League of Football. They might be folding.
I can't imagine why.
Money.
I can't imagine. No one's watching that shit.
They're doing. Well, you know how you had to watch it? You had to sign up for their stream because nobody else was streaming it or watch it on YouTube after the highlights.
It's all about TV and how it gets in front of eyeballs.
You enjoyed listening to it.
Nee.
You did. Any NFL news? Anything?
Yes, a few things. Njoku
A-Chain becomes 3rd highest paid running back.
Njoku signs with the Saints, which I think is a 1-year deal.
Njoku did not sign with the Saints?
Not Saints, Chargers.
There you go.
And I was thinking about Drew Brees' first originally drafted team, not his Hall of Fame team. That's what got me so
That's not it. That's not what it was.
But no, I thought the Chargers got a great, a nice little pick. Schedule released tomorrow.
So far, we do know that Saints and Steelers are playing in Paris.
Yay. Packers-Rams are the first Thanksgiving Eve game on Netflix. Also, first Sunday night game, Dallas and New York. Don't know where they're at, because we'll know more tomorrow on that.
We'll know everything. Everybody knows everything tomorrow.
Because all these secret releases.
Well, they've already released who they're playing. They just haven't released when.
The schedule, yeah, correct.
Which is stupid. Or where. I'm all for a team not playing an international schedule unless it's like going to like Mexico City or Canada. I hate how they have that set up.
Too much? Is that what you think it's too much?
No, I just hate how they have it set up because some of those teams stay over there for 2 weeks at a time, so they're more acclimated, and then that other team that they've got coming over has to get over there after playing on a Sunday. They have to get over, and their games might be on a Thursday or might be early on a Sunday.
Well, I think one thing I would let them do is figure it out is to make sure that every team after the game has a bye.
Right.
And try to make some of those
establish it,
but don't play one on a Thursday and the other one on a Sunday evening.
Oh, they've done that. They've done that before.
Yes, Make them all the same. That scheduling is not that hard. Now with computers and everything, that thing's being done. They used to talk about this man and husband and wife. Didn't they do the scheduling or some stupid shit? Just feeding it in a system now. The computers are smart enough to do that. And you'd put in the things, what you don't want to see. So let everyone have a break after the game for one, and don't be, giving them too many disadvantage before the game. And I think that there should be no overseas games before week 6. At least get them, they're playing as a team, new players, everything, at home. I think none, or maybe week 5. Maybe that's
no.
Week
6 is great. Week 6 is good, but they start pushing that shit out there. Update: Ahmad Hardy out of Missouri, who was shot. He is out of the hospital. He's on his road to recovery. Kenny's favorite coach, I think he's finally turned against him.
Big news. Hold on, hockey final tonight. Avalanche 4, Wild 3. Avalanche take the series, and they win that overtime game. So congratulations to Colorado. And Jeff is definitely happy about that as well, since he took out the Stars.
Yeah, since the Wild took out the Stars.
Maybe next year. So great. No, wish we could have watched it. I didn't never even believe it would have went into overtime, but I'll watch the end of it on replay later. But so that sets them up for a rest as well.
So McKinnon got the tying goal. Just trying to see if this ever fucking pulls up because your internet's.
And that was at Colorado, by the way. So good win for the
Kulak. Kulak got it.
Very good. Very good. All right.
I hear the police.
Oh yeah.
Lane, you want to talk about Lane? And everybody's turning against Lane.
We are not from New York City doing our podcast or something.
You don't know that. We might be in New York City.
They're getting after it out there.
So you want to talk about Lane Kiffin, your favorite? See, he's Kenny was all Lane, and then Lane came out with that Vanity Fair interview.
You just don't know how to shut the fuck up.
I've said that numerous times.
But I kind of liked it at first because it's attention. You want to bring attention to your team. I think right now is you're not wanting attention to yourself. You just took a team that went to the playoffs. You just left for more money. You didn't leave him because the colonel or the general or whatever his name is.
Yeah, you didn't leave because of whatever you said it was.
Yeah.
No, you left for the money, and everybody knows that you left for the money, but you're trying to make it sound like you didn't leave for the money. Oh, Diego Pavia.
Jeff quoted the great ball of St. Paul.
Diego Pavia news, he is still fighting his height for a position. So, there it is. Oh, Greg Sankey also stands firm on a 60. And Sankey says that he does not want to play a Friday game.
I don't blame him. They're big enough to say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what? Isn't the Big Ten playing Friday games?
No, but he had mentioned, going back to Lane, he talked about diversity efforts and it being somewhat a bit racial-ish.
It wasn't.
And it hurt recruiting. Now,
it didn't.
He didn't leave there because that hurt recruiting. He left there because at LSU you get more money to give to recruiting, and that's what brings him. I really find the narrative of that to be very, I don't know, ironic, maybe? Is because you coached there for X amount of years. If you had that strong feeling, wouldn't you, if you've had other offers?
Well, wouldn't he? I guarantee he'd say the same thing about Tennessee. And being in Knoxville.
What's the problem there? Well, no, he's always chasing better.
Well, no, I got that.
Until it's boom, free fall. Then I got to build back up and do it again.
And that's what I don't understand, why people haven't seen that he's still not that good of a coach.
Well, and what you need to do
is... His assistants proved that. Without him there, they went deeper in the playoff than they probably ever would have.
You can't say that.
I can say that.
You can say it.
I can say it.
You don't know
they
if
lost
that's
to Georgia
truth.
with him. They beat Georgia without him.
Well, yeah, but that's one game. And if you remember watching that first Georgia-Mississippi game, it wasn't the offense that caused. It was actually because they were going back and forth. But the defense had no stops in that game either. In Georgia,
we figured it out.
No, it was the first offense. But Pete Golding didn't stop shit in that Georgia game either in his defense because it was trade-off, touchdown. And then when the offense couldn't score and the defense made the play, Georgia did, that's when they won. It wasn't because necessarily of Lane Kiffin.
It was Lane Kiffin. It's all Lane Kiffin's fault. Now, since we know now that the Avalanche and the Hurricane are on the next are in the championships.
The what?
They're in the championships.
Who?
The Avalanche and
the
Western, goddamn
the West
Hurricane.
And East, West and East championship. Yes, not the championship.
Christ.
You
All
said
right.
the championships. The championship.
No, I said the names before I said it.
I know. But
I
you
didn't
didn't
know
say
that-
West or East. Not everyone knows
I
that.
said the name of the teams.
Yeah. So are you saying that the Avs and the Carolinas in the championships?
I said they're in their championships.
Now you say there.
No, I said there before.
Oh, okay.
Did we know the Cavs won?
Yes, Cavaliers 117-113. Didn't give the final, but we knew they were going to win.
Good. Who cares? Basketball sucks butts.
Yeah.
Basketball's for losers. All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Love y'all. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.